All right, so we did that. That's fine. This is now in the discard pile. We gained 2. And we also have gained another Zord. And we have gained our 6th action, which we are going to so need right now. But our new Zord happens to be, hey, look, the White Tiger Zord. Nice. Exhaust this card when any ranger performs a maneuver to allow another ranger to immediately play 1 card with an energy cost of 0. Cool. We have a bunch of things like that and some maneuvers that I would be able to use, especially with White Ranger Tommy. All right, let's get these back on here. And I need to recover. I don't need energy, but I need cards back in my in their deck. So, well, at least we know we need at least 2 for a move and a battle. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a double recharge right now. Who am I going to boost? So we'll probably do 12, 6, and 6. All right, so we'll start with the 12 for Turbo Tommy, the Turbo Sword, Turbo Strike, Auto Blasters, Slipstream, Red Light. Like a lot of like single, like no doubles right now are going back into his pile, but the Slipstream Charge, the other one, this one, is the only one left in his discard pile. Tommy still has his Brachio Staff and a Finishing Blow in his discard pile, but both Wave Strikes and a Jurassic Counter are going back in his main deck. White Ranger Tommy still has like 8 shields worth of cards in there, which I definitely need to go put in, but I want to try to get these into my hand. Flash Kick, Saba I-Beams, which is fantastic. 1 damage up to 4 enemies, like that could have really helped out in that last battle. And then the Saba Slash to divide damage among any number of targets. Like all of that would be fantastic, especially adding another dice from Tommy. And then if I had the Red Fury thing. So yeah, I want to get those into Tommy's hands, or White Ranger Tommy hands, but you know, they got to be in his deck in order to do it. Doesn't help at all that he only has 4 cards also left in his hand, but hey, whatever. So we're going to move to the Zord Graveyard. Now, the Zord Graveyard has 6 enemies in it. You can only fight 4 at a time, so we're not going to be able to unpanic it, unfortunately. But at the very least, we should get another Zord from powering it up and then lowering it down to 2 enemies. And then maybe on round 3, because of where we are, things can still go into a spot, even if it's panicked. So long as there's room, and then maybe we can clear it out then. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. So we'll move over to the Zord Graveyard and use our last action to attack. Turbo charged for more. Turbo Ranger Tommy is taking the lead on this one. Hopefully he'll be able to find his Lightning Cruiser in this pile of Zord scrap. But first, we got a lot of sentries to deal with. Oh boy. All right, in my hand-wise, I got the Guardian Armor, which is great because that's a maneuver. That plays wonderful with the White Tiger Zord to just immediately gaining 2, putting this on top ready, and then I can play, another Ranger can play a card with energy cost 0 immediately. So I have the Turbo Strike, which is a great attack, or the Red Line Slash, which is a great attack. Finishing Blow for 1, and the Energy Orb for 1. That's my last resort card. I wish I just had something to spread damage. Man, if I had something to spread damage, that would be awesome. Again, I need stuff into hand. All right, so we got Saba's I-Beams, which is good. I only have 3 cards left in White Ranger Tommy's deck, so I don't really want to draw anything, but I will draw. I'll draw from Turbo Tommy. Full Throttle Maneuver, another maneuver, which is great. A ranger of your choice may immediately play 1 card. If it's an attack, add a number of dice to that attack equal to the amount of energy spent to play the card. It's got to be an attack, so even Saba is a maneuver, so that wouldn't work either. But hey, we still got a lot of good stuff ahead of us, plus some Zords that we can use, so keep that in mind. We got a lot of sentries in order to have to deal with here, and again, we won't be able to defeat them all and clear out the Zord Graveyard, but at the very least, we'll knock down their numbers and kind of go from there. Sabertooth Commando, which is good. Tyrannosaurus Sentry, while this card is in play each time an adjacent enemy card deals damage or drains, increase it by 1. I gotta remember to do that. We do have a fast for a Pterodactyl Sniper, which is good. I like that. And another one of, so that's good here because this guy literally does nothing. I just gotta make sure to get rid of this guy in order to make sure that doesn't increase, because that would be really bad. Because that's guarded from here, and that's it. Guards don't guard guards. I am just gonna pop the passive there, kind of pointing it to that way, because he doesn't do anything and it's only adjacent enemies. So yeah, that's a free card in order to knock down. But if I can get, well, the sniper is going to go first anyway, because I don't have a flash, right? No flash kick. So let's roll 3 dice and deal that much damage to the ranger with the fewest cards in their deck. Why don't we just go ahead and do this? Let's do it right on the board just to make it a little easy. 3. Okay, so whoever has the fewest card in their deck gets 3 damage. And of course, that is White Ranger Tommy, going to be taking 3 damage, and I'm probably going to lose my Saba Slash. That was the one I was hoping was next, but that's okay. So that goes into the discard pile. And now we go, and the problem is I don't think I'm going to be able to take down that Saber-Tooth Commando, but at least if I reduce it by beating this guy, it'll be a little bit better. All right, so I'm actually going to start with the Saba I-Beams. I'm going to spend both from the shared pool, and that is going to deal 1 damage to up to 4 enemy cards. And this will bypass guard because it's not targeting, it's just something that happens. So I literally goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, because of that, I can trigger the White Tiger Zord and exhaust this card when any ranger performs a maneuver to allow another ranger to immediately play 1 card with a cost of 0, which is going for me to be Redline Slash. It is a 0-cost card. It is normally 2 dice, but if there is no energy in the shared pool, I get to add 1 dice to this attack. So it's going to be a 3-dice attack that's going up against this first Tyrannosaurus Sentry. Increase my chance of defeating it by giving it a damage and increasing my dice roll. Oh, thank goodness for that. Oh, thank goodness for that. So that's 2 damage. That's all it needed because it only had 2 health left on it anyway. Okay, so that's good. So this is defeated now because I was able to beat that, so that's fine. We'll flip that over. We know that that's good. The guard is now gone. I wish I had a little bit more to like spread around and do other things, but man, where's my wave strike? Let me draw from Tommy. So easy just to say one name, right? Jurassic Counter. Play this card when any enemy card deals damage to any ranger. Gain 1 energy and deal 1 damage to that enemy card. Oh, I'm going to kill the Saber-Tooth. Oh, that's great. Okay, so it is now the Saber-Tooth Commando's turn. Deals 2 damage to 2 different rangers twice. Here's the thing, and I'm pretty sure that the way that this works, you guys can tell me, and this is how I'm going to play it, is the card resolves first, straight through. Because here's my thinking. I could do this. 2 damage to, to Tommy as his Brachio, the Black Ranger. So 2 damage to that, boom, boom. But because of that, I have now counter-jabbed. Play this card when an enemy card deals damage to any ranger. I have now been dealt damage, so I gain 1 energy to the pool, and I would then do 1 damage to the Saber-Tooth Commandos. Ideally defeating it. It's finished. But I believe in the way I'm going to play it right now, to kind of make up from before, is I'm going to continue to resolve this all the way through. So it's 2 more damage. My wave strike, I wanted that to Tommy, and then we'll do 2 damage to, that's 1, 2, and then another instance of 2, 1, and that for Turbo. But you guys let me know what you think down in the comment section below. How would you play that? I was able to defeat that within the first of 4 hits on this thing, flipping it, but I say maintain the, the card resolves before anything else happens. I could be wrong. I could have just taken unnecessary damage, but you know what? You have to have the good and the bad with it all. In any case, I'm pretty comfortable with White Ranger Tommy right now, so I will draw one of his last 2 cards as Guardian Armor. I don't really need this, but I'll take it anyway. So what we're going to do now before we do anything else is we'll grab both of these. We will head on over to our power board and get ourselves our new Zord. Bloop, bloop right there, 1 and 2, which is fantastic. And we discover... Oh my goodness, finally, the Dragon Zord. Exhaust this card when you defeat an enemy card with an attack to deal excess damage from that attack to another enemy card of your choice. Basically, it's trample of sorts, but you have to choose which one you want it to go to. This is going to come in handy literally right now. Okay, Ranger's turn in battle. This is us right now. I am going to go ahead and use that 1 energy that I have and finally play. Well, you know what? Yeah, we'll keep Guardian Armor. I was thinking about throwing down the Guardian Armor to like gain 2 energy and put this back on top, but I'm not going to worry about that. I am going to, however, play the Energy Orb. We'll put it back over here as we normally do. So I'm going to use the 1 energy that's in the pool right now, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attack for Tommy Oliver right here. Wow, before a ranger performs an attack, I can add 1. So it's going to be a 6-dice attack. I'm going to go up against the Ranger Sentry, and any excess damage, I'm going to immediately exhaust the Dragon Zord, and that's going to move to the Pterodactyl Snipers. Whoa, that's going to be awesome. Dragon Zord Energy Orb combo, that's what we're looking for. Sure, we'll go with that. All right, so what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. That kills the Sentry. And that kills the sniper. Fantastic. I wish this was a higher number, but it serves its purpose. I'm just going to back up a little bit because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to exhaust the Brachiozord and I'm going to activate the White Shogun Zord, which is exhaust this Zord whenever a Ranger plays a card, reduce the energy cost by 1, and after that's done, put it back on top instead of discarding it. I like this Energy Orb Dragon Zord combo, and I would like to have it in my hand for my next round when we fight the next monster. So this is actually going to go right back on top of Dino Thunder Tommy's deck. We have used the White Shogun Zord, so this is now out of the Brachiozord. We'll put a new one in at the beginning of the next round. We've used the Dragon Zord. We've used the White Tiger Zord, so we've used all of our Zords for this. And because of that attack, both of these have been defeated as well. 2 more experience to the board. And that, my friends, is going to close out round 2. Oh, huzzah! All right, let me just add these back into here. There's really nothing else we need to do at this point for the end because we've used all of our actions. Everyone still has all their energy on them, which is great. We have 1 more charge for Dino Thunder here. Dino Charge, Dino Thunder. Hey, it worked out better than I thought now that I actually look at it. There we are. Okay, so with that said and done, let's go ahead and jump ourselves into round 3. Okay, this is getting a little tense, but we can do this. We'll be all right. Got a lot of 3s, I feel like, coming our way. We have a monster coming out to get us to 4. Probably plenty of guys to get us to 5. We do need to get the level 6 to get that Megazord. Whether that's going to happen or not before the boss, I'm not too sure. But let's at the very least go... Sorry, I wanted to bring these guys back over as they are all unexhausted. So we got Dragon Zord and the Tiger Zord right here. Brachiozord now gets the White Ninja Falcon Zord added to it. That's cool. Exhaust this card after any ranger resolves a card with an energy cost of 0. That ranger may immediately play the card again. I can Wave Strike twice. Oh my gosh. And then they must discard the top card of their deck. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I got to remember that. Using the Wave Strike twice in 1 turn would be amazing. Oh, that is awesome. All right, so we got that. That's the Zord. That's that. Remember, that's only a one-time deal because it's in the Brachiozord. Our new things are the Animarium Armor. When you reveal a card for defense, add 1 shield to that card. All right, that's pretty good. That'll help boost defense, obviously. And more defense. Use after you resolve a card. The next time any ranger suffers damage this battle, reduce the damage by the amount of energy spent to play that card. Oh man, could you imagine if I spent like a ton of energy here, then whoever takes another damage is just going to take nothing. That's really good. 2 and 3, I might put the Animanium armor on White Ranger Tommy, and then once I finish the Battleizer, I'll give him the Defender Vest. But I haven't figured out what I wanted to use this yet for, but it's coming. Trust me, it's coming. There is always something to be said for a strategy that involves knocking out a ranger in order to power them up, and you don't have to worry about constantly like dumping recharges into them. White Ranger Tommy right now has 1 card in his discard pile, and I can't even draw it because if I do, he's immediately knocked out, and that's just the end of that. So whatever happens here within these next 5 draws, I think that I might just go do a small fight to get some experience up and running, knock out White Ranger Tommy. Yes, I lose a life, but I should be able to afford it at this point, and then be able to bring him back again, because this is Tommy. Tommy is like, what, like a Goku or an Optimus Prime or a Cyclops, where he seems to, he's all or nothing. He is the strongest thing ever, or he falls to everything. Personally, I think his Zeo form was his weakest form, followed by Turbo, but man, like it's one or the other at this point for Tommy. But at least it's an option that we can use. Anyway, we got, see, and we're right there anyway. So 3 Terror Drones right where we are in the Zord graveyard. So we may not even leave, just kind of clear out that even more. And again, what stinks about this is that we can only fight 4. So even if we defeat all 4, then it's still going to have people here. But, you know, at least it opens up spots for enemies to fall into, and then it'll keep the other spots of the board open. Because, you know, there's still, like, I think 1 more 3 in here or something like that. 2 Mastodon Troopers to the arcade. Yeah, we haven't even touched that area. All right, 2 more right there. We got some friends kind of just hanging out and chilling, talking about their time in the core. And then we have 2 Tyrannodrones heading over to the Reefside High. See, here they come. It's like a little game of paintball. We'll have those guys on one side and these guys on the other. Yeah, fight up, haha. Some crazy early scrimmage from these guys. All right, 2 Tyrannodrones and the monster going to the arcade. So whatever it is, oh man, this stinks. So the monster, what is it? The Tyrannodrones are going to deploy first. That's going to panic the arcade. And then moving to the resistant hideout is going to be the evil robot, Tommy. This guy was part of the 25th anniversary, I believe, special from Power Rangers Ninja Steel. I like Ninja Steel. I thought Ninja Steel was a fun series, that and the Super one, but that 2-part episode where you got introduced to the Master Morpher and like had a lot of like classic Rangers come back and everything like that, that to me is probably the best crossover we have ever seen. At least one of the best. That one and Once a Ranger was so good too, except for Thrax in that. But you gotta have some weird villains on this, so why not have this robot version of Tommy, who's a robot Dino Thunder version, be the main villain for that. So I can't question why they do what they do. I just enjoy seeing it where it is. All right, so Tommy's here. So this is also really bad. This is also really, really bad because these two are going to go here, and that's going to panic this. So now my plan is completely ruined because if anything goes to Reefside High, that immediately panics this spot, and that means that I've go into last stand mode. So I lose all of my lives just to make sure I can clear out at least a few spots to be sure that I win. I need things to go here. They have to go to the Resistance hideout. Am I going to be lucky? Is that going to happen? Am I going to go to Resistance hideout? Nope. 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 Not at all. They're going to go to Reefside High and they're panicking the board. Boo, boo, boo. Yep. So this guy would go here and womp up. This would go here. Now again, this is now fully panicked because that is full. This is full, and that is the best, and it was already panicked, even though it's not full beforehand, so that's where that comes into play. Now, normally, under normal original rules, this would be an immediate game over. I am not doing that. I'm going to continue on playing because we're going to be using last stand rules for this, and what that means is that I lose all of my extra lives right here. So that plan that I had to knock out Tommy in the next battle in order to just bring him back immediately to fight another day and everything is completely a wash because now I have no more there. So this is going to be a little bit more, challenging than I thought it was going to be. The thing is, though, is that I do have, I will gain a 7th action token when I beat the evil robot Tommy. And while that may not be the best choice of action, I think I am going to do that. I'm going to sit where I am. I'm going to first do a recharge to put at least 6 shields back into White Ranger Tommy and 6 back into Black Ranger Tommy. I'm actually going to do that twice. I'm going to do that again. I know I'm using a lot of actions right now, but I think I can deal with this. So it's going to be for Tommy, Tommy, Tommy. Do I do you again? No, I'm going to do, I'll put the rest back into Turbo Tommy. So White Ranger Tommy is actually going to get 12 shields back fully, and that's everything he actually had in his discard pile. So regardless of how anything, he is actually back to full, which is awesome. The 6 shields that I would do for, first off, Black Ranger Tommy got the first one, so he's getting 6 back as well. We need those wave strikes. I think that's going to be awesome to have, especially if I can repeat it. Turbo Tommy only has 4 shields in his discard pile, but we're going to take those 2 extra shields and we're going to use them to reduce the adamantium armor down to 0, and we're going to snap that onto White Ranger Tommy. So now his White Tiger armor has now advanced to the adamantium ability as well, which will increase shields on every one of his cards whenever I use it. So we're going to do that, and then right here, right now, we're going to go into a battle, and we're going to fight 4 minions in order to kind of open up the board a little bit, and then get rid of that. We'll then move to the Resistant Hideout. We will fight, the Robot Tommy, and then after that, we'll either have 2 more that we can spend to probably recharge and do something else, or if we need another fight with him, which I doubt because he only has 1 minion with him, but we will see. All of our back to actions may be gone, but we are still going strong. Right, team? Yeah, Tommy forever. Hurrah! What's good also is I have some Guardian Blows right here in order to be able to take some hits and just gain some random stuff. And this will go back on top of White Ranger Tommy's deck instead of the discarded pile, should I use it. Plus, if I use these, I can use this in conjunction with the White Tiger in order to keep going. But I kind of want to save off a little bit also for the monster. I do have a Finishing Blow, which I still have yet to use, but it is there. Turbo Strike. After rolling, I can choose one dice and gain that much energy. And then Full Throttle, Ranger of your choice may immediately play one card. If it's an attack, add a number of dice to that attack equal to the number of energy spent to play that card. All right, so we'll take one more from Dino Thunder Tommy. Okay, it doesn't reduce damage, but it does attack, and that's fine. And we'll do Flying Tiger. After resolve this attack, may spend one energy for another ranger to play one card with an energy cost of 0. All right, good. I need the combo cards. The combo cards are really what it is that saved me. So Flying Tiger is perfect for that. I'm going to do one sentry, and the rest I'm going to do for the Tyrannodrones because I'm kind of tired of fighting these sentries. They're really getting me annoyed at this point. And of course, we have a fast, so we got to beat that. But well, it's going to probably resolve anyway. Unless, of course, one of the Tyrannodrones goes fast, which they do that. There are fast cards in here. Cleaving Strike is not one of them. Cleaving Strike is not one of them. But Foul Tactics is. While this card is in play, each time a ranger attacks this card or an adjacent card, they cannot roll more than 2 dice. Well, I mean, what's great is it's fast passive, so it triggers. It does, unfortunately, guard here, and it does a passive as well. 2 dice going up against the Space Scouts is not going to be good, but I can't actually hit that for anything, so let's see what we can do first. All right, so like I said, I need the combo right now, so we're going to go ahead and use Flying Tiger. 2 dice attack. We'll go after Foul Tactics right here in order to hopefully beat that. After you resolve this attack, you can spend 1 energy to allow another ranger to immediately play a card with an energy cost of 0. I will immediately follow that up with an energy, so I'll just take that and put it right here. I realize that's probably the best thing to do. For Turbo Strike, because after rolling, I can choose 1 dice from this attack and gain an amount of energy equal to the damage on that dice. So what I spend should come back, and then I could go, well, I can't go after Foul Tactics with this because, oh no, yes, I have. Yes, I go after Foul Tactics. If I beat Foul Tactics, then this is a completely separate attack, so I can actually take down the Silver Space Scouts. Yeah, the way to do that. All right, Tommy, come on. I really need you to step up here, man, because we can only roll 2 dice against these things. 2 dice, 2 damage. That's the average. Come on, Tommy. Let's go. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, well, it doesn't matter, whatever. So, okay, Foul Tactics has been defeated. I'm just going to flip that over right now on the board, put the Tyrannodrone on it. Fantastic. I've now spent the energy in order to do the Turbo Strike, so that would be, as stated, a 2 dice attack. But because I'm going after the Silver Space Scouts, I'm going to go ahead and use Tommy's ability as well to add a 3rd dice to that attack in the hopes to be able to beat it because it is no longer guarded by the Tyrannodrones and it only does 2 damage to it. Oh, man. That means everything's going to cost 1 the following turn. Boo. All right, well, I did 2 damage. This is actually our turn right here, by the way. Yeah, all right, so these are in discard piles. I will draw from, okay, Wave Strike, good. So it may not be the worst thing, but we'll see what happens. So we'll go ahead and Silver Scouts go. Doesn't do anything, but during this turn, and this turn only, Rangers increase the energy cost of all cards by 1. Be honest with you, I'm just going to immediately play the Guardian Armor. It's going to cost 1, but then I will gain 1 because I'm gaining 2 technically from this. So that's going to go on top of my deck, which will then jump over to the Cleave Strike here, dealing 2 damage to 2 different Rangers each. We know then the Guardian's shield is on top here, so we got 1 set right there for Tommy. And Turbo Ranger Tommy has the most in his deck right now, so we'll just kind of do that. Redline Slash for 2. Okay. All right. Wave Strike. I'm basically going to do this right now in the hopes to just kind of clear the board. Nothing is guarded. Nothing is happening right now. I am, however, going to summon the Brachiozord. We will then use the white Ninja Falcon Zord as well. Exhaust this card after any ranger resolves the card with an energy cost of 0, which will happen right now. that Ranger may immediately play that card again, and they must discard the top card of their deck. Top card of his deck is the Energy Orb, which I had shuffled everything, so I'd like to have gotten that in my hand for the Dragon's Orb, but, you know, maybe something else. That's okay. I'd rather just play this twice and hit everything as much as I can. All right, 3 targets, 3 dice. First one we have, it's 1, 2, 1, and nothing. So the 1 is going to go to the Silver Space Scouts, and the 2 is going to go to the Cleaving Strike that would hit next. So we got that. Now we have 3 dice, which really doesn't matter, but I only have 2 targets, but hey, it'll increase my chances of killing it. Okay, so then 1 for the last Cleaving Strike, and then 1 for the one that's remaining. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so then these 2 are defeated, which is good. Boom. And boom, that would be there. 2 more have come off the board. That at least gives me some space, which is fine. And yeah, that's kind of how that's going to play out right there. Falcon Zord is gone from the game. These are moved. I'll draw from Tommy's, White Ranger Tommy for a flash kick. Okay, that's amazing. Good. So now when we go up against what is it? The boss, or the monster, I should say, we can at least get some ability in before they go. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3 right here, which is fine. We got 3 of that. Nothing else is going to be hitting us or doing anything. Yeah, we do get 1 more turn. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do a finishing blow. I have the energy. I have the ability to do it. Let's just roll. What is it? It's 2 dice. I'm just going to do this on camera right here. All right, so 2 dice plus 1 because it's the amount of energy is there. Let's just kind of see what we got. Oh, look at that. 3. Haha, beautiful. So I end up killing this thing anyway. So these are all gone. This is gone. And it does open up 1 more space. Again, the Zord Graveyard is not unpanic, because I need to defeat that last guy, which is awful. But at least now we can kind of move and clear out the resistance hideout before we go ahead and maybe clear out something else as well. So we got space to grow, which is a good thing. Put that there. I will draw 1 more for White Ranger Tommy. Finally got the Saba Slash. Finally. It's not worth it right now spending an action in order to just go back in there and fight 1 guy. I mean, yes, it would completely clear it out and give us another experience, but it's just not worth it at this point. It's better off to jump over to the resistance hideout, and then we'll immediately jump into a fight. I have enough in my arsenal to help me out. I have enough. These 2 Zords will definitely help me out as well. Yeah, it's only the boss, or the monster, I should say, and 1 foot soldier, and then we'll get another Zord. So yeah, I think this is what we need to do. This is how we need to play it. So let's do this. All right, they'll be coming soon. Stand behind me and get ready to attack. Yeah, boss. Yeah. God, another. Oh, jeez. Another copy? This one a robot? Come on, guys. Can you at least just make something original for once? Yeah, it doesn't always have to be Tommy. There's a lot of other great Rangers out there that you can make robots on. But then again, you know, you got to stick with the style and everything, right, guys? Yeah, all right, let's go. Let's get him. All right, so Flash Kick is definitely my main thing right now in order to be able to at least get a little bit of early damage in for whatever is first. The Saba Slash is amazing because that is a 3 energy what is it? Black Ranger Tommy can add another dice to in order to be able to make it even more powerful, and I really want to consider that. Plus a Guardian Armor in order to be able to gain some more energy once I use it. Full Throttle. What is this one again? This is Ranger of your choice may immediately play 1 card if it's an attack card, add a number of dice equal to it. Oh yeah, so, right. That's going to be a combo really soon in the beginning. And then the Jurassic Counter. I'm going to go ahead and draw. Hey, we got the Auto Blaster finally. This attack deals an amount of damage equal to the amount of energy spent to play this card. You can ignore the guard keyword. All right, so that's a quick shot, which is good. I don't have much left for Tommy's Black Ranger. Next time a Ranger performs an attack, that Ranger may re-roll any number of dice. Ooh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's a good amount of setup here. We just got to survive it all until until we're able to pull it off. All right, so I gotta say, like Evil Green Ranger, I don't remember the last time I actually fought against Evil Robot Tommy. So let's see what this guy has to offer. I feel like he's another one that's dealing a lot of damage to the lead ranger, which is going to be, I'm going to make it the White Ranger. I have to because he has his animated armor that will help out a lot. See right there, the lead ranger must discard the top 3 cards of their deck. That doesn't work. I don't like discarding. Discarding is not what I mean. I need to block. While this card is in play, only the lead ranger can play combat cards? Oh no. Okay, well, I guess that's appropriate that I said White Ranger Tommy. This is fast. Deal damage to the lead ranger. Lead ranger must discard 1 card. Yeah, okay. And here's another cyborg beatdown. I mean, the good thing is this guard is all the way at the end, but I need to beat it. I have to beat that because I have to have the combos going out in order for my rangers to do stuff. And the one lone Trianodrone that's going to assist him is probably going to be a pain in the butt. You watch. Hiya! Guard passive. So it's guarding the first card anyway, but Flash Kick will still be able to do some damage to it. Because Flash Kick is a reaction. Reaction doesn't necessarily target it, so play this card before the first turn of battle to roll 2 dice and deal that much damage to the first enemy card in combat. So it's going to hit the cyborg beatdown. There's a chance. There's a chance I could beat it. Crossing fingers. Let's see what happens. Just want to pop this guard here real quickly. I do have a guard down because this guy is guarding up. This guy has a passive, which is more or less just what happens at the end, and guards don't guard guards, but while this is, White Ranger Tommy is the only one that can play combat cards. Ew! Good thing Flash Kick is that. Again, it's possible. You never can tell with this, but there's a chance. There's always a chance, and I didn't hit that chance. I'm off by 1, but that'll at least help me out for a little bit later. All right, so we know we got 2 damage over here on the cyborg beatdown because of Flash Kick. Flash Kick has resolved. I'm going to draw. I am going to draw from Turbo Tommy because Dino Thunder Tommy only has 3 cards in his deck and I need them there. Slipstream's charge, that's fine. Just because I don't know what's going to happen in terms of damage-wise. Then again, everything's to the lead ranger, so I probably could have done that. 3 damage to the lead ranger. Lead ranger discards must discard 1 card. Okay, so Tommy has to do this first. So he's going to flip Flying Tiger. I am going to trigger the Animanium Armor, so now that is a 3 shield card, so he doesn't have to discard any more cards. Flying Tiger is a 3 shield just because of that. And I'll discard Guardian Armor from my hand because I have to do that according to Cyborg Beatdown. Now it is our turn again. I can't play anything else except for Tommy card, White Ranger Tommy card, so Saba Slash it is. We will spend our energy, which I forgot to put 1 into the pool, so I'll just spend the 2 from that, and then I'll spend Rally Light from White Ranger Tommy's card or whatever to spend the 3 energy from here. So we got 1, 2, and a 3 from here. They said I can't play combat cards. No one said I couldn't play another ability. So Legendary Mentor is going to pop off. So now he's going to be rolling 6 dice, and I can push that damage anywhere I want. So that's what's going to happen right now. I need to defeat single combat. I have to defeat single combat. There's no getting around it. If I don't defeat that, I am so screwed. I did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh boy, that was terrifying. Oh, that would have been end game. The end of game immediately if I didn't defeat that for sure. Because I literally wouldn't have been able to do anything else because I don't have any more White Ranger, that's upside down, White Ranger Tommy cards in my hand. And even if I did, this would have made me discard it. So 5 damage here, which is good. That's gone. So now other Rangers can play cards, which is great. Oh, you are terrible in solo mode, my friend. I will draw 1 more from Turbo Tommy. Another Slipstream chart. Actually, you know what? Before I do any of that, let's go ahead and just use Rally Light immediately to put that down. Play the Slipstream charge to put that down as well. And then we will draw. I'll draw from Dino Thunder. Why not? Jurassic Counter. Okay, so that'll help out right now, actually. Because Cyborg Beatdown now goes. It is guarded by the Heartless Barrage here. So boom. 3 damage to the lead ranger, and they must discard a card. I don't have any cards for him to discard, but at the very least I can do this. Fainting Slash. Do I do the Animarium Armor? No, he'll be fine. So now 2 more to him. That I will do the Animarium Armor so I don't have to lose anything else, because I have 3 here. No, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. Yep, okay, it was 1, and that would go right to the bottom. Okay, that's fine. What I do have though is 2 Jurassic counters, so I have now gained 2 more energy into the pool, and then I have done 2 damage as well to the cyborg beatdown right here. If I can get rid of both of the cards here, I can defeat those 2 actually very easily. Now I'm going to draw from Turbo Red for Turbo Strike. That actually gains even more energy. Very nice. All right, I think it's time to use our blasters to its full extent. Auto Blaster, special. This attack deals an amount of damage equal to the amount of energy spent to play this card. You may ignore guard when choosing a target for this attack. So we'll definitely use shift into turbo. So we're going to get 1. When any trader plays an attack, add 1 die for each energy spent. So I'm going to actually do that. We'll do 2 and 3. So I'm going to be doing 3 damage to a card. And then we're also going to Thunderslinger. So I'll use that right now, actually. And that is going to also give me 3 dice added to this attack. So this attack is doing 3 damage. And now we get to add another 3 damage to it. Oh, that is perfect. That is perfect. That is exactly what I needed. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Will then trigger the Dragon Zord, so any excess damage, which would be these 2, would then move on to another card, which would be the Wicked Spines. Awesome. Now, this also says deal 3 damage. I can deal 3 damage to anybody, so I'm actually going to have White Ranger Tommy take it. But there's that. There is that. Here we go. Boom, boom. That defeats that, and this defeats this, which does gain at least another experience, so that's really good. All right, so we know 3 damage is going to White Ranger Tommy. Fainting Slash, I am going to use an Animarial Armor, so that's going to be 2 shields. It didn't matter, I waste. I'm going to say I didn't use it. That's fine, I don't care. At this point, I'm just running with that. I should have remembered that the Guardian Armor was in there, because it was there. Now he's very low, so we're going to leave it at that. I also only have 2 cards left for what is it, Dino Thunder Tommy, but it's a 50-50 shot of what it is that I need. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, Auto Blaster, get out of here. You're fine, I've done that. Let me just bring this to my hand. Okay, this triggers, that is gone. Bloop, bloop. And we're just gonna go ahead and Wave Strike. I am gonna be doing a Wave Strike that is going to do 3 dice worth of attack here. Let's go ahead and add all 3 together, and really I just need 2 of these to be a 1, and I win. There it is. There it is. That's the win right there. Fantastic. Because these are the 3 targets. Neither of these are guarded anymore because I had taken out the 2 on the side. They only needed 1 damage each. There it is. Oh my goodness, my guys are still in a lot of pain right now, but you are dismantled, robot. Yeah, all right. Perfect, guys. Fantastic. Yeah.